Shalom, shalom. Let's drink some sweet tea and talk about the end of the world. So last time we talked about the scroll with the 7 seals, and each time a seal is opened, chaos happens. So when the first seal is opened, it kickstarts the release of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. We're going to talk about the first one. So the first horseman of the apocalypse rides a white, bright, luminous horse, and he has a bow and arrow. It says that he will come to subdue and conquer. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think of a bright, white, luminous, celestial horse in the sky, this is what I think of. Now, it doesn't say in the original text that this horse had wings, but this is just what I picture when I think of that. And Revelation was originally written in Greek, so let's talk about that. The Pegasus was a very prominent and important symbol in ancient Greek life. The ancient Greeks also had a whole pantheon of gods, but one of the gods, who was like what I consider a big god, would be Apollo or Apollon. Now, Apollo is the god of many things, but in particular, he was also the god of archery, and he was often depicted as having a bow. Now, the Greek word for bow and arrow is toxon, and the ancient Greeks were pretty exemplar with archery. And in order to be even deadlier, they would put poison sometimes on the tips of their arrows. Now, when we're talking about the poison-tipped arrow, it was called a toxicon, which is where we get the word toxic from nowadays. Now, Apollo was also a god of prophecy, and he was known for fighting and overcoming evil. He also spread plagues with his arrows, but was the one who would save people from plagues as well. He was also the patron of shepherds and herdsmen, and he would protect their herds and their crops from pestilence. Now let's backtrack to Pegasus for just a minute. Pegasus was the offspring of Poseidon and Medusa, and one of the jobs that Pegasus did was to carry Zeus's thunderbolts from heaven, and he was associated with bringing thunder and lightning. So while I'm not saying that Apollo for sure is the first horseman riding Pegasus into the apocalypse, what I am saying is that these images were very important and very prominent in Greek and even Roman culture. And this is exactly what I think of whenever I read the verses about the first horseman. So who or what do you think the first horseman is? And stick around because we're going to be talking about the rest of them.